You want to know what I enjoy the most when it comes to making videos? Sound design. I am a huge fan of sound effects and placing way more than I actually need to just because I think it's so much fun and it sounds cool, but it makes the entire edit come alive in a different way than if you just put music in there and then you're done. And in today's video, I'm actually gonna go head to head with Yuval from Artlist, and we're gonna see who makes the better sound design.
Hey guys, super excited to be here in this video together with Peter and to be doing this challenge. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna win, but it's definitely not going to be easy. I'm super excited to see what you come up with, Peter, and let's do it.
Before we start this video out, I just want to say a huge thank you to Artlist for sponsoring this video, and they're actually having a huge SFX challenge right now where you can win a share of over $10,000 worth of filmmaking equipment. And all you have to do to join in on this competition is to create a video that is somewhere between 45 seconds and 1 minute long using sound effects and music from Artlist. I'm gonna drop all the info that you need in the description down below, but do head over there and check that out because this is gonna be a fun one that you don't want to miss. Before diving into like the nitty and gritty stuff of the sound design, I thought I'd show you how the clip looks like with music only. So let's roll the clip. Let's see what we can do. Totally forgot the cable, va? Can't edit sound design on Bluetooth. That's just not gonna happen. Plug it into the computer. Oh, now I can hear it, everything. So the cool thing with this challenge is that we are going to use the Artlist SFX gift pack, which is 30 sound effects that is entirely for free to download, and we're gonna see what we can make with this in this sequence that we got. And this is gonna be a challenge that is really fun, especially to see how my edit's gonna turn out versus how Yuval's edit is going to turn out. The first thing that I always do on my clips is to drag down the music whenever I have that done. So just gonna lower it down, and then we're gonna go to the beginning. In the first shot, we have like a motorcycle revving up, so I think like we're gonna use that one. I think that sounds pretty good. Yeah, it doesn't sound the way that I want it to. So let's see if maybe we can stack it, and then speed it up a little bit. So we're gonna drag a double one, and then we're gonna mark the sound effect, hit Command R, and then we're gonna drag to like 115. Sounds a little bit better. And when you're using the same sound effects 2 times, it usually sounds pretty fake. So it does sound real, if you may. So I want to kind of change the pitch a little bit on the second time that we're using it. So we're gonna go to the effects panel, and then we're gonna write in pitch, and then we're gonna drag it onto the clip. We're gonna take the first one. We'll drag it down just slightly. And then we're gonna mark both sound effects and hit Alt G, and we're gonna name this dirt bike, and we are going to go into the effects again. We're gonna choose reverb, AU reverb 2, and then we're gonna add this to the dirt bike, and we're gonna go up to the parameters, and then we're gonna increase the dry and wet mix. I want to have the feeling of that the bike is outside in a large open space, and that it's a little bit of like reverb / echo feeling when you're watching it. And you know what? We can actually use the tiger roar just to give it a little bit of extra thump. Let's see. And then add a little bit of a reverb to that one as well. Go up to the parameters, increase the dry and wet mix. I like it. We're gonna keep it that way. Moving on to the next shot, I kind of feel that we want to have like So I'm gonna choose the dramatic suspense whoosh. And then we're gonna go into the pitch, and we are going to lower this to like -1. And then we're gonna go into fat EQ and drag this on here as well and choose the parameters. And then we're gonna go to frequency 5, and then we're gonna choose mode, cut, and then drag down to 500. And then we're gonna listen back. Yes. And then we're gonna add the impact downer. And we're gonna cut away the beginning because we don't wanna have a hit. We just wanna have the woo. I wanna lower this as well. So we're gonna choose the pitch once again, drag it onto that, and lower it to like -50. And then add the fat EQ as well, because we wanna have it very in the background. It's not gonna take the overhand of things. So we're gonna go up to the parameters again, and we're gonna go to mode 5, choose cut, and drag down to 500. Ooh, this sounds good. We wanna have this like super hard hit. So let's choose the impact blockbuster. And then I wanna try to place this just when the hit comes on the boxer. That is a nice like segment into the next one. And we're gonna lower this with a fat EQ as well. Perfect. And to make this hit a little bit deeper, we're gonna use the deep percussion impact sub. Yes, just yes. And just as she comes into frame, I wanna have like some sort of like breathing sound, but I only think we have the exhale. So we're gonna reverse it and see how it sounds. I think it's gonna sound cool. Like so, and it works. And then we're gonna add a little bit of reverb to that because I wanna have a little bit more. It's gonna be like very airy. So we're gonna increase the dry and wet mix to 50. See? That's nice. That's nice. I like it. I like it. And for this shot, I really would have loved to have some nice footsteps. Like when she's running on the mat, it's like doof, doof, doof. So we're gonna take the impact blockbuster. Then we're gonna try to time it with her feet. And then we're gonna duplicate it by holding Alt and drag it over here. And then we're gonna drag the fat EQ, same again. Go down to mode 5, choose cut and drag it down. And then we're just gonna hit Alt and then duplicate this and time it just where she sets down the foot. And then we're gonna add a third because it feels like it would be nice with 3 hits into the next sequence of like doof, doof, doof. And this shot when he's lying in the pool with the ice bath, I kind of want to have like, so we're gonna take the seaside soft splashing and we're gonna have it exactly when it's starting to show. And we are going to add a fat EQ to this as well, so that it's very subtle. And then we're gonna stack it. We're gonna raise the volume on this, and then we're gonna move a little bit forward, and we're gonna choose this part and drag it back, and then we're gonna fade in here in the beginning, both of these, and drag them out ever so slightly. And we can drag them out a little bit longer so that keeps like the momentum into the next clip, and fade them out at the end here. And this dude running with the cool prosthesis, I wanna make them feel like impactful. Since he's running in slow-mo, we still wanna keep that slow-mo feeling in the video. So we're gonna go back to the gymnastics that we had, and we're gonna choose this, hold down Alt, and duplicate this to the runner, and then we're just gonna try to time it with his steps. It's very important that when you're doing the sound effects, you move back and forth a little bit and time it exactly where you want it to be, so that you don't like keep it a frame before or a frame after, because having hits and stuff like that, you want it to be on the exact same place as in the video. Otherwise it's gonna feel something is a little bit off. And then I'm gonna scroll back a little bit and choose the deep percussion impact and put it on the first one. And we're gonna lower these because we want them to be like his footsteps, so they're not gonna take the overhand. And then it starts to get like really intense. So we wanna have like the tiger like, coming in and taking this over. We're gonna lower the volume of this because we don't want to have the tiger taking over here, because oh, whoa, all of a sudden there's a tiger in the boxing ring. We want to have some reverb on that. So reverb, drag this up to like, oh, we can increase this to like 57. And then buff. So now we can scroll back to the beginning again, and we can choose the whoosh that we modded in the beginning. And we can copy that and paste it here, and then zhumbaf. So we're going to choose the Blockbuster once again, but we're going to use the modified one that we already have. And we're also going to duplicate this and play this in reverse by hitting the clock, choosing reverse clip, and then we're going to shorten this down a whole lot, make sure they're faded in. And dude sitting here, we want to have the breath. We want to have the exhale. Maybe we can have some feeling, that same kind of feeling that we had in the bathtub. So we're going to copy these, paste it over here. So then we're just going to prolong this as long as he's in the water. And we are going to use the bubbling thumb. Place it just when it hits. And then we want to have a riser, so we can take the one that we had from the boxer. We're just going to hold down Alt, copy this over here, and make it a little bit longer. And here I also want to have the deep percussion impact. I think it sounds so good. I want to have the exhale again. Let's see if we can reverse it so that it doesn't feel like it's the same breath that is coming one more time. But we need something after that to make it feel that it's not fake. So maybe we can add a tiger roar, but make it extremely low and in the background like... Let's drag on tiger roar and add a fat EQ to that. And we're also going to adjust the pitch. And I also want to have some sort of transition into the spinning rings. So let's take the deep percussion sub and then drag it down and reverse it. And let's fade it in as well. And then boof, boof, boof. We can use the same hits as we did when he was running. So we're gonna go back and copy these, paste them right here. Sounds pretty good. And for the last, like, whoa, I wanna have the dramatic suspense. Move it back a little bit. And we wanna lower the volume of this. And now we're gonna use the Blockbuster again, because we wanna have a real impact be felt on that hit. And when he like shouts, we are going to use the tiger roar, and we're gonna add a reverb to it so that it echoes and feels like roar. I'm thinking that the dude running here can be that he's running like close to cars, so we're gonna use the busy street traffic, and we're gonna add a reverb to it as well, and then we're gonna cut it because here comes the hockey player. I actually think that the fire crackling and sizzling might fit as the skater skates. You know what? We're gonna scroll back and we're gonna use the waves crashing. I think that is gonna be pretty good in the ice skate hall. I don't know why. I wonder if we can fake like his ice skates here. This is definitely gonna work. We're not gonna use the same pitch on them. We're gonna have different ones. And then we're gonna add like... So let's duplicate the Blockbuster, hit that in reverse and shorten it down so that it only covers the skates, and then we'll have a bang. Like, have it right here so that it hits just when he hits the puck. And then we also want to have a dramatic suspense whoosh when the puck is like moving closer. And then we just want to lower the crackling, and then we're going to cut it down just when the underwater scenes begins. And here we are going to duplicate the underwater and increase the volume of it. So it feels like, oh, you just went underwater. And here we're actually gonna take the breath that we had, like the reverbant, and add it here as well to when the man is sitting here. That's a nice transition. And then we're gonna use the underwater that we used for the previous tub scenes, and we're gonna duplicate those, paste it in here and shorten them down. And then I also want to have a little bit of like outside feeling. So we're gonna drag the traffic down here, and then we're gonna move it forward and let it come back again. And then we're gonna copy the sub reverbant. And as for the boxers, we're gonna go with a little bit of a thump, and we want to have a whoosh when it misses. There we go. Sounds good. And then some exhales in the back. Let's see, duplicate and paste. I think I want to have like the birds chirping here at the end because it moves on to this like brighter. And then we're gonna have the ambience pedestrian walking. See if that fits in. Here we go. And you know what? I actually think we're pretty much done right here. So here's the final result. Alright, so let's have a look and see what Yuval has created here, because I have no idea how his sound effects is going to be, but this can be fun. Definitely going the harder route than I am. That was really good, Yuval. We did have some same thoughts, like when it was diving, you know, the sea, like and stuff like that. And really fun to see that you could create something different, even though we're using the same assets, the same edits and everything, but the sound design is completely different, even though we have like some sort of the same kind of thinking behind it. So that was super fun to see. So to participate in this challenge, all you have to do is create a video that is somewhere between 45 seconds to 1 minute using sound effects and music from Artlist. And then you also have to upload the video to your Instagram with the breakdown and sound design and all that stuff. I'm gonna drop all the info that you might need in the link down below. So go there, check it out, join in on this, because this is gonna be so much fun. And I can't wait to see what you're gonna come up with for this challenge. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do give it a thumbs up, because that would be highly appreciated. And don't forget to head over to Artlist and check them out. I'm gonna drop a link in the description down below. And if you haven't subscribed, that'd be highly appreciated as well. And Peter from Sweden saying goodbye. I will see you in the next video. Hula bandula, shula hejsan, shula hoppsan, så som Pippi säger. Hej då, ha det gött, hej!